Welcome back to another game review. Today we're playing Ever Forward the Prologue. This game is a casual adventure puzzle game developed by Pathia Games that you can get for free now on Steam. While this is just the prologue, the full version of the game was scheduled to release in July of 2020. I couldn't find any information as to whether or not Pathia Games plans to have the full release of the game for free as well, but we'll soon see. Now, I don't normally play puzzle games, but this game caught my eye. One, for the graphics. They're very smooth and inviting, so I decided I'd give it a try. You begin the game on a mysterious island, playing as the character Maya, and you're trapped somewhere between reality and imagination. And it seems a bit odd at first, but as you play through the game, you'll dive into the story and you'll start to kind of understand why things are the way they are. Maya has her trusty little cube, CPQ, to accompany her along her adventure. The game seemed very simple at first, but as I dove into it, I realized the puzzles are extremely complex. Now, when I first started playing, I just kind of ran around the island to look at everything and see what I needed to do, and I figured out that there are broken or damaged areas of the island that are access points for the puzzles. Basically, the main point of the game is to solve the puzzles, play through the island, and free little Maya from the prison she's in. The puzzles in the game, they're the main focus of the gameplay, and the game isn't very mechanically skill-based. You don't have to jump on small platforms or land any type of skill shots or anything. It's basically focused around thinking your way through the game, because the first few puzzles are very simple, but they quickly get difficult. I didn't show all of the mess ups I had in the puzzles, but I promise you, I took a lot of time on some of them, really trying to figure them out. I like the fact that the puzzles advance to a point where you have to think 4 to 5, 6 steps ahead, kind of like a chess match. So it's very intriguing and really makes you think about what you're doing, because every little step is extremely vital to your success. Now, the puzzles consist of kind of like a maze, but there's obstacles in your way. Some of the obstacles are like roundy bots. There's laser walls that you can activate and deactivate with the little cubes that are in the puzzle. The cubes, they have spawn points, and you can access them and use them to activate certain mechanics in the game. Like, you may have to put a cube on a switch to activate a sliding floor, and then remove it and pick it up and carry it across to complete the level. So you kind of have to work on the timing to make sure that you're doing all this correctly. Now, the roundy bots, if something makes noise around them, they'll turn red and go on alert. And if you're in their field of view, then they'll zap you and send you back to the beginning of the puzzle. But the game has a feature in it that I thought was pretty handy, since the puzzles are so difficult. You can quick save pretty much anywhere at the beginning and in the middle, some of the middle parts of the puzzles. The little square that follows you around, like I said before, is named CPQ. And you can actually use him to fly around on certain puzzle maps that let you access different areas. Here you can see that Maya is using CPQ to fly around to access the next puzzle. Now, these roundy bots, they're basically just sentries, and they look for you or anything that moves or makes noise. Now, luckily, Maya, when she gets too close to one, she'll start to walk slowly. You don't really have to worry about thinking about walking slow, because she just does it automatically, which I thought was good. Now, when these bots are alerted, if they see you, they will zap you. There's also another obstacle in the game, is like some of these laser walls. And okay, bear with me. Think back to Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, when Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi are having their lightsaber battle. Okay, this is pretty much what these laser walls look like. And they block your path in several different ways throughout the game. And you basically just have to work through and figure out how to activate the switches in the proper order to get through the mazes. Now, I couldn't help but notice as you explore the island colors are very bright and happy, and they just pop, which is quite the contrast to the cyber puzzle world. And since the puzzles seem to be tied to Maya's memory, I couldn't help but wonder if the design was a direct reflection of how Maya feels about her life. Happy on the outside and cheerful, but sad on the inside. This particular puzzle here, although I did cut to the point in which I figured it out, this particular puzzle took me quite some time. It's good to know that when you place the blocks on switches and then you go back to the same spawn point to get another block, the other block despawns. So it's important sometimes to swap blocks on the same switch so you can despawn them and reuse a block to progress forward. Now, although the puzzles in this game are really good, it's very immersive in the story, and the story is a big part of the game that draws you in. I didn't show all the cutscenes, but pretty much the story revolves around memories of Maya, and a lot of it focuses on her and her mom. And you can tell that she's very close to her mother, but her mother's work interferes with their relationship quite often. And I think that a lot of people face this issue nowadays. Everyone is always trying to work so hard, and sometimes we forget to take time with our family. Another thing I noticed is the developers referenced potential lockdowns in the game. And so, with everything going on today, it kind of made me wonder if they referenced this to kind of give people something they could relate to. Given the way things are going today in the world, a lot of people can relate to this. Overall, I think this game was very fun. I spent quite a bit of time playing it, and I could recommend this game for sure. I do think that you could put a few hours into the prologue and easily complete it, but it would be neat to see what they do in the full version. If the puzzles continue to get exceedingly hard, I can expect that this could be a pretty fun game. It'll also be pretty interesting to see how the story unfolds in the full version. Will Maya escape the island? Will she solve the issues with her mother? We'll see. Overall, I think the developers did a good job with the game. The puzzles are very intricate and fun to do, and they do a good job of connecting with the player on an emotional level. But you guys let me know what you think about Everforward, the prologue. If you played it, let me know in the comments. Do you want to play it? I had a lot of fun with it, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.